Yo, what is going on, you guys? I don't know why I start my videos with a question like that, but I'm going with it. So, we have the Rebirth champions, and the reason why I'm making this video is because I've been getting some inspiration from other MCOC content creators, and I actually want to make videos like these. So, this is a matter for August, but I want to get a head start because I need to like lay my thoughts out now so I can make a prediction, you know what I mean? So these are the Rebirth champions. Now, if you don't remember, there's going to be a Rebirth event, it's called, in August. And basically these are just new 7 stars coming to the game, like with some other, I think, what's it, the reunion event, some other events in the past where they released new 7 stars you could get. Um This is just something like that. So I'm gonna rank. I have a whole Photoshop thing I'm gonna show that has predicted rankings for right now as the current champions, predicted rankings for their buff because all these champions are getting a tune up and buff for their release as a 7 star. And so I'll predict what that is, and then when they actually come out, I'll come back to this and give my realistic ranking based on how it actually turned out. So we're gonna start with. I'll show you guys the Photoshop ranking thing after I rank each champion. So we're gonna start off with ranking these champions from worst to best based on how they are right now. If they were to release right now, what state they're in right now. So I didn't even think of this really much beforehand. So these are kind of my live thoughts and opinions. Um so I also have MCOC open. So I'm just gonna give a little bit of gameplay, some reference so you guys. I mean, you should probably know, but like how all these champions work. But I'll just give just a little practice for each of these. So at number 6 right now, currently in the game, let me find like a good punching bag. Um, at number 6 right now, I'll do like Superior Iron Man for all these guys. So at number 6, um, it would have to be Night Thrasher for me. So he just he's useful in a way. He has power gain, he has some debuffs. Um it's just like he's a very forgettable champion, and he just would not be a good, like, this is right now obviously. So he just doesn't have a lot to his kit, obviously, like no buffs or anything going on for him. He can apply these incinerates, he can apply shocks, but that's both on a special one, and I think that's kind of the only way you can get damage like that. So he just is bland. He has like nothing. I mean, I'm sure he can place a shock, but it looks like it's only looks like it's only incinerates right now. So yeah, I don't know who uses Night Thrasher in today's age. Hopefully he gets a good buff, but right now he's just not really that good, and so um just like a special two. I mean, there's a precision. It's not. It's just a precision. Um, get some power gain. That's nice. That could be leaned into for his buff. But right now, I have him at number 6. He just doesn't do a whole lot, and yeah, I'm gonna even back out of this. I don't want to keep using him. I mean, he has cool animations. Fighting with the skateboard could be very cool if he gets a good tune up. But right now, I have him at number 6 currently. He has Cruelty, Lightning Arc, Disoriented, Incinerate. He can place Taunt. Um, he can striking a taunted opponent with a skateboard grants a permanent Fury buff. Okay, so um, it's just like he's very. I don't know. Like, there's some good stuff here, like special 3 inflicts a debilitate, extending the duration of all debuffs by 75% for 45 seconds. Refresh all gadget debuffs, and his gadgets are lightning art, like all this stuff. It looks cool. I really haven't looked into his um I haven't looked into his kit like that, but I just don't think it's there's just like there's not really much of a way to pick him up right now and like use him efficiently. I don't know. He just very bland with what he has because he can do a whole lot more, but it's just not good. It's just like for what he has, all these unique things to his kit. I just don't think he's good, and he's at number 6 right now for me. So number 6, I have Night Thrasher. So um I'm gonna actually go back to that Photoshop. Um, and yeah, so let me just remove this, and here is the ranking. So I'm gonna try to not make this as long or super long, but I think it's actually kind of close, but between I almost put Sabretooth there. Night Thrasher. So I have Night Thrasher. That's how you spell it, right? Oh no, Night Thrasher. So he's cool in concept, but he's just not good right now. Like I honestly I have faith in his buff. I feel like he's actually gonna be I think he's actually gonna be pretty good after he gets a buff. But he's kind of close with number 5. So it's number 6 is gonna be Night Thrasher. And number 5, I'm gonna try not make this as long as last time. Let me use someone better. Number 5 is gonna be Sabretooth. So he is he's not the worst champion ever, but kind of like the same issue with Night Thrasher. He just doesn't have a lot going for him. Now the one thing he does have that I think puts him over Night Thrasher is just I mean his animations are kind of hard to dex sometimes. You know, it's just he's one of those OG I guess defenders. He has some alright furies. He has bleed, he has some cool bleeds here and there, and he has that regen, which can get really annoying. I don't even have him ranked up right now. I have not even like played him on offense really. Looks like he has a passive fury, which is nice. So, like he got these furies. I mean, he's gonna hopefully be improved. There's just a lot of potential with these champions on the Rebirth list, and I just feel like Sabretooth is a little bit better than Night Thrasher because his kit's more organized. Like Night Thrasher has a lot of cool ideas in his kit, but they're not organized. You know what I mean? Because even if you guys are like me and don't use these champions really, um, you can kind of tell that Sabretooth looks more organized. He has persistent charges, which are cool. He has these passive furies, which are actually useful because they're passive. He has regen, so I actually kind of like Sabretooth. He just needs some love. Like all these champions need like the Sentinel love. You know, Sentinel when he got that buff. I don't even have him as a 7-star, but they all need that love. So where did Sabretooth even go? Lower side on PI. And he's also immune to cold. So he's immune to cold snap and frostbite, which is cool. I mean, it's not actually that useful nowadays at all, really. But it is good. It's good. And then he has these persistent charges, which, you know, looks like it affects his furies. And then the regen is on his awakened abilities. So he's pretty cool. He just needs some love, man, like I keep saying. So, if I can go back to Photoshop. Yeah, so I'll put him at number 5. He just needs some more love, but he has a pretty organized kit as it is right now. I'm not gonna lie. And looking back at this list, we have done Sabretooth and Night Thrasher. Um I think I know who I have next. Alright, so obviously deciding live kind of. Um hold on. Alright, so next at number 4, um let me use just the same defender. Let me just make this as quick as possible. Not as quick as possible, but you know what I mean. Let me use Sunspot. All right, so number 4, I have Cool Obsidian. Um, I honestly picked him up. I don't remember why. I used to use him quite a bit, or just a little bit. Like I remember. Um, he's more recent than the first 2 champions. I'm pretty sure. He has pretty nice armor breaks. But most of these champions just aren't relevant nowadays. He has the, what's that even called? The Thanos' favor, like it increases attack rating, gains more properties and persistent charges. So he has persistent charges as well. He has some nice armor breaks, and then he has route. So route is pretty interesting. This is the only champion with route, and it gives bonus energy damage, and the opponents suffer 100%, or they minus 100% auto block ability accuracy. So he counters auto block, and then it also does some burst damage. And then with all these hits, pretty cool. And then he gains a combo shield, and then he gains. I mean, I haven't even played him that much, but like he has. All right, this is a route cooldown, which is good because you can tell when the route comes back. And he has a combo shield. I don't even know what the combo shield is for, but the Furies plus the route plus the combo shield plus these armor breaks, he's pretty unique. I like Cole Obsidian. I'm gonna die for some reason. But I have him very solid. Okay, I have him very solid at number 4. Um, let me put, what's it? I forgot his name already. Cole Obsidian. I have him at number 4, and honestly, this is gonna be kind of controversial. All right, I know who I have at number 3. So this is a bit harder, but pause. But at number 3, let me just get like Ronan. At number 3, I have it's kind of hard to decide live. I'm trying to look at their potential in just all scenarios that they work the best in and everything. And this might be kind of surprising, but I'm gonna go with Vivision. So, let me just use like, where is she? Lower star level maybe or not? Okay, whatever. She is good. She has some immunities. She has phase. She has power drain. She has armor ups. But that's kind of it. I mean, look at that. I don't even. I don't. I think Ronan. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he gets increased attack. So this is a perfect fight for Ronan. But um, and Ronan's low key under. Ronan needs a buff. Not gonna lie. I just bring this up now. They need to keep Ronan with his stun lock and everything, but he should get a buff. I think Ronan would be one of the most interesting buffs like ever. Um, but Viv Vision, she has heal. Like she has good utility. She has cool damage, but she's just like very squishy. She's just not super useful nowadays. I don't know. I just I just feel like that the next two champions, like number 2 is honestly I would say is kind of close to the Vision. It's kind of interchangeable, I guess, because I don't haven't really used number 2 that much. But Vision has some cool like there's some cool things she can do. I just feel like this next champion um just has a bigger impact in his overall. I think it's kind of interchangeable though. I don't know. Vision. I'm gonna say that she's at number 3. Um, because I have seen some stuff on this number 2 that I just feel like he is overall better. So number 2 is gonna be Mordo. Now, um, I just I haven't used Mordo a lot, but I just feel like he's underrated and he can, or Doctor Voodoo, not Mordo. Sorry, Doctor Voodoo. I feel like I haven't used him a ton, but from what I know, he is just more solid of a champion. Like he has, regen. He can just punish buffs on the opponent. I mean, I just feel like his overall safer option. And I don't know. There's just something about Mortal that I just feel like is better. If you get what I'm trying to say, he has Spirit Venom, which is like no one's immune to Spirit Venom. Direct damage over time and applies a stacking 30% reduction to all healing effects. So gets rid of healing basically, and does direct damage that no one is immune to, which is great. And then he also applies, or that's not him, Loa. So it's just like a placebo buff. So it has nothing on its own. And then so that's why if you go for your special 2, I believe, um, it power burns and nullifies the buff, and then he gets Gift of Loa. So attacks have a chance to inflict power burn. Um, it's just he's just more interesting. I like him more. And like, look, now he has power burn, and I don't know. I really think that's like I like that a lot. He just needs to be tuned up and buffed to be more useful because I really like his kit. I think he's very interesting, and he kind of blends in with some of the newer champions today with his kit. He just needs that tune up. Dr. Voodoo, yeah, and that's who I have at number 2. I like him a lot. He just needs a little bit of a tune up. And now that I'm thinking about it, he is kind of close with my number 1, which is obviously now you can see Anti Venom. So, Anti Venom is my number 1. Obviously, he's like look rank 5 and everything. I mean, Anti Venom has the most like the immunities he has is super useful. Um, he has poison and incinerate immunity, which is really good, and no other champion really has that besides like Red Hulk. He also has Disorient. He has Stagger, really easy to apply. He has some nice regen. He can do Decelerate, which gets rid of like Evade and Unstoppable, which is really good. And like he also has some good damage output with his Furies. I mean, he just needs a tune up because it's kind of inconsistent with the anti venom, but he's my number 1. And yeah, Incinerate, Poison, like he's just very unique and he has a lot going for him that really works, but it's just not up to today's standards. But I do have him on my number 1. So let me try and so that was kind of the longer part of the video. Let's get through the buff prediction. So this is my prediction, or not my prediction. This is what I think right now of all these champions. Anti Venom number 1. I think the top. I don't know. They're kind of all interchangeable ish. Dr. Voodoo and Viv Vision are probably the most interchangeable, but I do like Dr. Voodoo a lot. There's probably some information I left out about these champions, but that's my ranking. And for the buffed version, so this is kind of hard to decide and determine, but this is going to be based on just overall how better they are after they're buffed. Not like how good their buff is, just how good they are after their buff. So I think, I don't know this is really hard to decide live, but I think at number 6, um, who will they do the worst for the buff? I think, honestly, I think, or you know what? Fine, yeah, because I cannot predict like how good they're gonna be after their buff and just like kind of change that whole thing up. So I'll go based on how good I think their buff is gonna be, just like their buff, not like the overall how good the champion is gonna be. So I think who's gonna have the worst buff? It's probably gonna be like Night Thrasher or Vision. Because she's already Vision's already a new champion and a newer champion, and we care more about the older champions. Vision, I just feel like there's not much you can do with her. She's gonna be still good, but I just don't think there's much you can do with Vision. So I think they're gonna care more about the other champions, and I'm gonna put Vision at number 6. This is just my prediction. But number 5, um, I think I think that I think at number 5, um, I'm gonna say this is kind of hard to decide, but like I'll put Sabretooth probably. Um, it's really hard to decide. I I just feel like Sabretooth is gonna be kind of a niche champion that is gonna be kind of like Cyclops, where you use him here and there, but not all the time. I just think that yeah, he's gonna be kind of more situational, not all around like the other champions. At least that's what obviously that's what I think. So I'm gonna put Sabretooth number 5, kind of more situational sort of buff. That'll be good, but it's not gonna be like you can use him all the time. Like I don't know, Mr. Sinister compared to Cyclops buff or rework. I guess it's still a buff. So number 4, then I'm gonna have to put Anti Venom. Um, no, I'm gonna put Night Thrasher. Um, I think I think I don't know what they can do with Night Thrasher. I don't know what they're gonna do. So I'm just gonna say they'll give him a good buff, but I don't know if they're gonna have it really all figured out for Night Thrasher's buff. I think that it'll be good and he'll be useful, but I don't think it's gonna be that great. I still there's something I feel like there's something that'll like I want to put him at number 5, but I feel like there's something in his buff or like tune up that'll make him better, or at least put him at number 4 in this spot. And then number 3, I'm gonna go with Anti Venom. This is just initial thoughts, impulsive kind of thinking. Anti Venom, I think he's gonna have a good buff. More damage output. Probably more use for his utility and stuff because he's already a pretty solid and good champion. So I think this will just make him a little bit better. But his buff is not going to be the best because he's already a good champion. I would say he's already a good champion. And number 2, I'm gonna put Cole Obsidian. I think he's gonna get a pretty good buff. Um, I want him to get a good buff, and he already has a lot of utility and like usefulness with his armor breaks and route, and it's pretty unique and interesting. And he'll become kind of like this tank beast, sort of like Juggernaut maybe, but in a cosmic form. I feel like they gotta cook with Cole Obsidian. I really want him to be good, and I feel like they'll make him good. I feel like he'll have a pretty good buff. And then number 1, I think Dr. Voodoo is gonna have the best buff. He already has so much going for him with Spirit Venom and all that in his kit, all that's going on in his kit. I think they'll do something special with him, or him and Cole Obsidian might be interchangeable here on this list because Dr. Voodoo can already do a lot, but he has like a kit kind of like Kushala sort of. I just feel like they're gonna use that to their advantage to make him even better, and I think he'll have the best buff. But yeah, these are my predictions. Hopefully, I hope I'm right. I hope they're all better than I think they're gonna be, and then I'll come back to do my final rankings. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. It's kind of a longer one. I try to make it not super long, but I want to get all my thoughts out, so I'm working on the time. I'm working on the length of the videos, but that's gonna do it. Hopefully, you guys have a great rest of your day. I don't know why there's 2 of me on here. I guess I just have it in my Photoshop too. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. Let me know what you guys think, and have a great rest of your day. And I'll be seeing you guys all very soon.